Hello, faithful viewers, faithful subscribers. So today, this is going to be an interesting little video. I wasn't planning to do this particularly, but I thought, yeah, what the hell, I'll make a video out of this. So I was just looking at the Doctor Who magazine 60 years final round of stories that have made it through to the final round, and thinking about which stories I was going to vote through as my top 5 choices for the best Doctor Who story of all time. Because if you don't know, this poll has been ongoing for the past few months or so in the 6th anniversary year. Miles and I have been covering the poll every step of the way on the channel with our own breakdowns of the stories, revealing our own kind of top choices from each era, and then also kind of analysing the results as well, see what the general consensus is on each Doctor's era and each Doctor's stories. And basically got the final round now, where the top 3 stories from each Doctor, as voted for by readers, have come through to this final round. So we've got 36 stories, plus the TV movie, 37, because obviously Paul McGann only got one on-screen full-length episode. And from these 37 episodes, readers have been asked to pick their top 5, so just 5 from the whole of those top 3s from each Doctor, and then from that, the best episode of Doctor Who, according to Doctor Who magazine viewers, from this polling system will be revealed. And as I say, I was just looking through the list of episodes that had made it through. I was thinking, my gosh, how am I going to actually pick 5 from this list? So I thought to myself, right, I'll stick all the episodes, all 37 of them, into one of those preference revealer things you can do online, where it kind of pits them all up against each other, and then it basically kind of does the work for you. It kind of comes up with the list for you. I'll do that, and then we will find out, in theory, what my ranking of these 37 wildly different Doctor Who episodes would be. And then from that, we can kind of get, in theory, what my top 5 are. As for whether I will actually choose to vote those episodes or not, remains to be seen. And I kind of thought to myself, this would make a good video, and people will probably enjoy watching this, seeing me kind of put these episodes from all these Doctor's eras head to head, and kind of coming up with my list, because there are bound to be loads of hot takes in here, So let's just get going and see what my ranking of these 37 episodes is, and then what my top 5 episodes from this list would be. So starting off here, we have the TV movie versus Vincent and the Doctor. No surprises really. I don't think that Vincent and the Doctor would be my pick there. 11th Hour or Human Nature Family Blood. Oh gosh, both very strong episodes. I think this is tricky, isn't it? I think probably the Family Blood 2-parter. I do like the 11th hour lots, but there are some things I'm not so keen on in there, maybe. So we'll go with that one. Tomb of the Cybermen or Dalek. I think Tomb. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tomb with that. Haunting of Villa Diodati or Inferno. So I'm not as wild on Villa Diodati as a lot of other people, but see, I've only seen Inferno once. I've only seen a lot of these classic stories once, so I don't know. I'm going to go with Diodati, but maybe if I'd watched Inferno a bit more, then I might go with that instead. I don't know. Sorry. Bad Wolf, Parting of the Ways or Green Death. You see, again, 2 very strong stories. I think just for me, going to have to be the Series 1 finale, because that's the story I have the most attachment to myself. But I know a lot of classic series fans, obviously would have that similar sort of attachment to the classic stories. So there's probably going to be a lot of this in this video. Here again, prime example. For me, it's got to be the Series 10 finale here. Obviously, Dalek's Master Plan, I can't watch that. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to see it because it doesn't exist in its entirety. But yeah, obviously lots of classic series fans laud that story. But for me, as a newer fan, as a fan of like the 12th Doctor and Capaldi and Moffat and stuff, hands down. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the Series 10 finale comes pretty near the top of my list. I think it's a story that I wouldn't say no to seeing win or come very close to winning in the overall poll. Remembrance or Vengeance on Varos, Remembrance. Earthshock or the War Games. Probably Earthshock, I think. Yeah, I think so. Empty Child, Genesis of the Daleks. Power of the Doctor or Blink. Oh my goodness. You see, Blink is very good, but I think it is kind of overrated in the grand scheme of things. And for this type of poll, at least, where we're talking about the best or the most representative Doctor Who story, I think it's got to be Power of the Doctor, because it's just so jam-packed full of Doctors, companions, all the stuff that kind of makes Doctor Who what it is. So we're going to go with that. Silence in the Library or Fugitive of the Judoon. I don't dislike Fugitive of the Judoon as much as other people do. I vibe with it quite a bit, but I mean, yeah, the Library two-parter is just unmatched. It's one of those stories that I think is going to come pretty close to the top in this list, but we shall see. Spearhead or Heaven Sent. I do love Spearhead, but again, as a new series fan, Heaven Sent. Five Doctors or Day of the Doctor. Again, really, Five Doctors is great, but in terms of like the plot and the writing and all that kind of stuff, you know, Five Doctors is very much more like loads of cameos, loads of characters and stuff. Day of the Doctor is the same sort of concept of an anniversary special, but weaved together in a much more sort of logical way, I think, in terms of how the plot works. So I'm going to go with that. Power of the Daleks or Dalek Invasion of Earth. So I've seen the original animation for Power of the Daleks, seen Dalek Invasion of Earth once, about 8 years ago or something. I think... Oh, gets tricky with stuff like this, isn't it? I think I'm going to go with Power. I think it's probably better written. But Dalek Invasion of Earth is very iconic in terms of the imagery and stuff. Caves or Pyramids. I'm not as wild in either of these stories as a lot of other people. I mean, I think they're both great. I've seen Caves more often. I think I'm going to go with Caves. I've only seen Pyramids once, and it was okay, but yeah, I didn't quite get the same sort of level of appreciation for it. So, Two Doctors. I'd forgotten Two Doctors made it through to this round. Gosh, okay. I mean, I don't dislike the story, but City of Death is the one, isn't it? Fenric or Revelation. Revelation for me. Survival, Mummy or Revelation. Okay, two kind of grim Doctor Who stories, and that we're already kind of getting stories here that are kind of reappearing in the poll, which is interesting. So obviously, I voted both of these through, but which one is the best out of the pair? Ooh, this is tricky. You know. See, I do love the Capaldi era, but Mummy on the Orient Express. I get the love for it, but well, I also kind of think it's a bit overrated. Maybe I think Revelation of the Daleks is really, really good, really, really gruesome and grim. I think I'm gonna have to pick that. City of Death or Androzani. For me, City of Death. Yeah. Power of the Daleks, Day of the Doctor. Thank you. Oh, okay. Goodness, two Moffats. Sort of pinnacles up against each other here. Heaven Sent or the Library two-parter. Oh my goodness, this is difficult, isn't it? You see, Heaven Sent is great. The Library two-parter has a real attachment, you know, to me from my childhood and stuff. It's from my first series that I ever watched live. You know, head or heart with this one. I think I have got to go Heaven Sent. It's the stronger story. It's the tighter story. But I do really, really love the Library two-parter, and yeah, by no means will I be picking other stories in favour of it. As we go through this, there will be other instances where it will be the stronger story. Power of the Doctor or Genesis of the Daleks. This is interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of people would say Genesis, and it is very good. I haven't seen it recently, but it is great. I do like the Power of the Doctor more than other people do. I recognise some of its faults. Again, head or heart, I think... Yeah, I think I will go with Genesis on this one. Fair enough to the classic fans, fair enough. Earthshock or Remembrance. Ooh, I think for me Remembrance, yeah. Ooh, Series 1 finale or Series 10 finale, both very, very strong. I predict they're both going to come pretty high up. I think for me that it has to be Well Enough in Time. It does have to be. Two Cyberman stories here. Haunting or Tomb. For the imagery, Tomb is the stronger story, but script-wise, it's a while since I watched Tomb. I mean, Tomb is quintessential Doctor Who. I think it has to be, doesn't it? You know, Human Nature or Vincent and the Doctor, both very strong stories emotionally. I think in terms of best Doctor Who story, I'm going to go Human Nature. But Vincent and the Doctor as a kind of piece of television is great, obviously. Okay. Yeah, you see, new series fan. I'm going to go Human Nature over Tomb. Sorry. World Enough or Remembrance. Again, World Enough. Genesis the Daleks or Heaven Sent. Oh boy. Heaven Sent. Day of the Doctor or Death. Oh. See, City of Death is a very tight script. Day of the Doctor is as well in its own way. But is it overhyped? Is it overrated? A lot of people would say so. I think I would sooner see Day of the Doctor though. In terms of best Doctor Who story, I think I would sooner see that there than City of Death maybe. But I don't know, like crucified for saying that. So Day of the Doctor, Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent. World Enough or Human Nature. Wow. Okay. You see again, World Enough. I'm actually not quite as wild on Doctor Falls as World Enough in Time, although I do love the story as a whole. But I just think, yeah, as a whole, it has all the ingredients there. You know, again, in terms of best Doctor Who story, I would sooner see that win, I think, than Human Nature. Great as it is. Probably a similar thing here, you know. Like, in the most recent round of the poll, actually, I was really surprised to see that World Enough and Time and Doctor Falls had come higher than Heaven Sent, actually beat it to be number one in the 12th Doctor poll. I thought Heaven Sent would be the trump there, but no. And I think I would tend to agree there. Heaven Sent is great, but as a representation of what Doctor Who is, the finale of Series 10. You see, I don't want to overhype Day of the Doctor. Do I give this one to Human Nature? I mean, it has scarecrows. The scarecrows are okay, but they're not like, you know, like monster-wise. It's a very different type of Doctor Who story, isn't it? But oh, this is tricky, isn't it? You see, I don't want to be that guy. But I think I'm going to be that guy. I'm sorry. Genesis or Human Nature. Human Nature is the tightest script, I think, probably. Yeah. Genesis or Tomb. Genesis. City of Death or Genesis. So again, this was like a thing back in the 4th Doctor round. Which of these would come top? I think in the end, this time it was City of Death. But in the past, it has been Genesis, obviously. Oh, it's so tricky. See, City of Death is great, but I think actually, I might have even said this at the time in the poll, the video, I think. I said that, yeah, City of Death is a better story. But today, I'm going to go with Genesis, because it's Daleks, it's Davros, it's a classic. City of Death over Tomb, yeah. Revelation or Human Nature. I mean, the Doctor's barely in Revelation, great as it is, so I think I'm going to go with Human Nature for this one. Revelation or City of Death. I will let City of Death have that one. Yep. Revelation or Tomb. So I think, as I said, Tomb has very strong imagery, but I think Revelation is probably the better script. Maybe that's a hot take. Remembrance or Genesis. So again, I mean, Remembrance has like the iconic set pieces and stuff. The Daleks aren't in Genesis that much. I mean, they're both classics in their own right? I think probably Genesis. But I'll have to rewatch Genesis after this, actually, to kind of just see whether that is my head speaking to me, or whether, you know, whether it actually is what I think, or whether it's just what I think. I'm going to go with Genesis today. Remembrance to Revelation. Yeah, Remembrance, I guess. I do love Revelation. I don't want to see it come low down in this. I want to see it near the top somewhere. Remembrance to City of Death. Ooh, I think City of Death is the tighter script. It's the wittier script, right? So I'll go with that. Cyberman again, Earthshock or Tomb. Ooh, okay. Probably Tomb, I think. Earthshock or Diodati. Ooh. Yeah, I'll go with Diodati this time, I think. Okay, so horror stories here, Mummy or Diodati. Probably Mummy, I think. Mummy or Tomb. Yeah, Mummy is the strongest story. Power of the Doctor or Mummy. I think probably Power. Power or Remembrance. So both starring Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, of course. You know, I think today, yeah, I'm going to say Power. People will probably think I'm mad for saying that. Power of the Doctor or City of Death. See, Power of the Doctor is great. You know, is it the best Doctor Who story of all time, or does it kind of hold a candle to other ones up there? I don't know. This is tricky, isn't it? I think today. Oh, what do I think about this? I don't know, actually. Yeah, what the hell? I'm going to say Power. Sorry, I'm going to do it. Caves or Tomb. Caves is the better story. Caves or Revelation. I think I'm probably more of a sucker for Revelation, actually, so I'm going to go with that in this one, just to spice things up a bit. Caves or Mummy. Oh goodness. As I've said, Mummy, I like it. I don't love it as much as others. But then, same said for Caves, really. But I think today I'm going to go Mummy. Yep. So these two, the series 1 finale is the strongest story. And yeah, the same is probably true here, I think. I mean, it's not a perfect story, but I'm going to go with it. Yeah. Okay, Bad Wolf, Parting of the Ways, or Day of the Doctor. Oh boy. Both got Daleks in them, but obviously only one is really a proper Dalek story. I am gonna go for. Oh, the tension. Which do I want? Oh, what the hell? Day of the Doctor. Sorry. Oh, out of these two, crikey. Maybe the finale in this one. I mean, Human Nature is a very intelligent story. It's great, but I'm just thinking in terms of my overall favourites for what Doctor Who is and what Doctor Who can do and showcase. So I'm going to go with the finale, I think. See here, two very strong stories, but my heart is saying Library two-parter. And to be honest, it's saying it here as well. Sorry. And it's saying it there, yeah. I mean, it's not a perfect story, but it is pretty damn good. Two stories which are very much about what Doctor Who is, what the Doctor is, what the Doctor means to the people around them and to the viewers and to fans and stuff. Two quite bittersweet but affirming stories. My heart is saying the Library, so we're going to do it. Power of the Daleks or Revelation. Power or Tomb. I think Tomb. Power of the Daleks or Earthshock. I think in terms of impact on me, I mean, I've seen Earthshock more times, obviously, because of the animation of Power only came out fairly recently. So in terms of emotional attachment, probably Earthshock. Vincent or Mummy. I see Vincent is very good though, isn't it? Yeah, you know what? I think for this one, I'm going to say Vincent. Vincent or City of Death. 2 stories about art and Doctor Who. Both very well regarded. Both very well written, both of them in their own ways. Oh, goodness me. Crikey, this is tough, isn't it? Oh. Do you know, I'll show the new series love and go for Vincent in this instance, I think. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, but I'm gonna do it. Vincent or Power of the Doctor. See, Vincent is a great story. It's whether has it got that whole range of the things that Doctor Who can do, and does that matter? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Power of the Doctor, Power of the Daleks or Inferno. See, 2 stories that I'm not overly familiar with. I've only seen them both once. I didn't love Inferno as much as other people, so maybe for this I'll go with Power of the Daleks. And probably again, I don't have like an anti-Inferno agenda, but I think Dark Invasion of Earth. Love the final episode of the War Games, but I think as an overall package, Invasion of Earth. War Games or Inferno, probably War Games actually for that one. Pyramids or Power of the Daleks. Probably Pyramids actually. I've said I don't love it as much as other people, but okay, 2 Gothic horror ones. Goodness, how do I feel about this one? How do I feel? See, Pyramids has Sutek, doesn't it? Well, I have kind of not shown quite as much love to it overall in this video so far. But it is a classic, isn't it? I'll do Pyramids, yeah, go on then. Pyramids or Tomb. Probably Tomb, actually, I think, for that. Dalek or Power of the Daleks. Dalek or Diodati. Dalek or Pyramids. Dalek. Blink or Dalek. Both kind of very groundbreaking stories for the times they were made in very different ways. I reckon for this. Oh goodness, this is tricky, isn't it? It's really tricky. I think I probably do have more love for Blink, even though I would say it's kind of overhyped. But in terms of like being the best story of all time and all that kind of stuff, but I'll do Blink. You know what? I think in this one I'll show a relation some love, which may seem like a mad thing to do, but the Doctor may not be in Revelation much, but he's in it more than Blink, so we'll go with Blink. With Revelation. No. Revelation. Done. Blink or Caves. 2 very well regarded, 2 kind of previous totems of this poll. Ooh. What do I think? I think probably... Yeah. I mean, Blink is a very tight script. Maybe for this one I will do Blink. Okay, fair enough. I regret that maybe. Blink on Mummy. Probably Blink, I think. Dalek. Yeah, so I'm not going to be showing the TV movie much love in this, I don't think. Not, again, because of any agenda or anything, just because... Yeah, I mean, I love it for what it is, sort of. But like in terms of the competition here, do I like it more than Inferno? Inferno's 7 parts. Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about this one really. Haven't seen either story in quite a while. You know what? I'll say TV movie for that one, just to spice things up. 2 Doctors or Pyramids. Yeah, fair enough. Probably Pyramids for that. 2 Doctors or Dalek Invasion of Earth. Probably Invasion of Earth. I think. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but fair enough. 2 Doctors or TV movie. I think for this one I probably would say... Oh, would I? Would I say 2 Doctors? I think I probably would. But maybe if I rewatched both stories, I might feel differently about that. I'm not sure. 2 Doctors or War Games. Oh dear. 2 Doctors or War Games. What do I think? If it was like just the War Games Part 10, hands down. I'm more familiar with the 2 Doctors, so I'm going to go with that, I think. I've only seen the War Games all the way through once, so apologies. Diodati, 2 Doctors for that one. Yeah, I probably would rather watch the TV movie than Vengeance on Varos, to be honest. But would I rather watch Vengeance on Varos than Inferno? No, to be fair, I think I'd probably watch Inferno over that. Fenric or Earthshock. Which would I rather go with? Fenric is very kind of convoluted. It's got a lot of atmosphere. Earthshock has Cybermen and an atmosphere of its own, I suppose. I think Earthshock probably just about pips that one. But then if yeah, I'll let Fenric have that one. Will I have this one? Yeah, it's a more interesting story, I think. And again, probably not a massive survival kind of fanboy these days, so probably... Oh, then, I don't know. It's not a bad story. It has more to say, I think, than Power, actually, so fair enough. We'll go with survival. Cheetah people or mummies, but then again, in terms of what the story's doing, in terms of what it has to say and stuff. Oh, I don't know really. I don't feel loads and loads of love to either of them actually, over the other. But I think for the purposes of this, survival actually. Yeah, what the hell? Let's do it. Survival or Tomb of the Cybermen. Ooh. I think Tomb. Survival or Dalek. Okay. Season 26 versus Series 1. Dalek is the strongest story, I think. Oh, Time Meddler. Hello, I haven't seen you so far in this video. I forgot you were in the poll. Caves. Probably Time Meddler. Probably Time Meddler. Probably Dalek. Probably... Oh goodness. Do I like survival more than I'm making out to myself? Possibly. You see again, Master Plan, I don't have much of a grasp on that story, so I'm afraid it's probably not going to rank too highly in this. Yeah, I'll give that one to the TV. I mean, I've actually seen the TV movie, so I'll let it have that one. And again, I mean, I don't like Varos as much as other people do, but then is it wrong to rank a story that I've never seen or experienced higher than it? Yeah, I'll do Varos for that, I think. But Master Plan is possibly the better story if I've actually experienced it. Ooh, I do love Spearhead. I'm going to go with Spearhead for that, I think. But City of Death for that one. I think Mummy is the tightest script. I think Spearhead is the tighter one there, probably. And probably there as well, actually. It's controversial. I mean, Cave is just so grim, isn't it? I know it's Melody, but like... Ooh. Yeah, what the hell, Spearhead. Okay. You know, I probably do vibe with Fugitive more than Dalek these days. I think Dalek is one of those stories that's... But it is good though, isn't it? It is good. Yeah, okay, fair enough, Dalek. Oh. Right, but then there, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to say Fugitive for that one. And, yeah, for that one, I think. And for that one. And for that one. And controversially for that one. 5 Doctors. Probably 5 Doctors. Yeah, 5 Doctors. Ooh. They're both kind of about characters that are like just thrown onto a Corey planet, aren't they? Basically. Without too much rhyme or reason. Survival is the more intelligent story, so I'm going to go with that, I think. But then I'll go with Green Death for that. Do I go with Green Death for that? I think I'll go with Blink. But then Green Death, I can have that one. Can I have that one? Oh, they're both very good. They would both be very near the top of my own Third Doctor ranking. I think I'll go Spearhead just for this, but Green... Oh, I do like Green Death, but I think actually no, for this one, maybe Caves down to the final 10%. 11th Hour. 11th Hour, I think. Ooh, Moffat versus Adams. City of Death. Moffat versus Alex Hayward. Yeah, 11th Hour. 11th Hour. Not a massive Empty Child fan, so I think for this one I probably would say Survival, actually. After this I would say Dalek Invasion of Earth. So I would say Inferno, and I can't say Master Plan because I haven't watched it. Ooh, those two, which would I rather watch? Possibly Empty Child, actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got my list. I will just pull it up for you and then we can look at it together. Okay, there we go. That is my ranking of these 37 episodes. So from the bottom going up, we have Master Plan. Not much of a surprise to see that bottom. I haven't watched it. Vengeance of Varos, fair enough. Empty Child, yeah. Inferno, TV movie, War Games, 2 Doctors, Dark Invasion of Earth, Power of the Daleks, Curse of Fenric. I mean, probably everything below Fenric. Like, yeah, I'm not too wild on those stories massively, like in a massive way, so that's all fair enough. Then we get stuff that I actually kind of do admire, like Fenric, Earthshock, Darcy to some extent, yeah, that's fair. Pyramids of Mars, Time Meddler, 5 Doctors, Survival, Fugitive of the Jadoon. Top 20 now, we've got Dalek, Tomb of the Cybermen, Green Death, Caves of Andromeda, Spearhead, Mummy, Blink, I'm happy to see Blink, yeah, kind of a bit, like near the top, but kind of slightly further down. Revelation, great. Remembrance, great. 11th Hour, great. Top 10 then. City of Death is 10. Vincent the Doctor is 9. Power of the Doctor is 8. Genesis is 7. Human Nature, Family Blood is 6. And then my top 5. So according to this preference revealer, the 5 stories that I should personally put through as my my choices for this final round. We have Bad Wolf, Partner of the Ways, Day of the Doctor, Library Two-Parter, Heaven Sent, and World of Time, Doctor Falls. Not many surprises there. Probably for you at home as well, because of the way I've been talking about this episode throughout this video. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything I would change there? Am I happy with those? I mean, what have we got? We've got 5 new series stories. So maybe for my actual choices, I might want to kind of rethink that and put a classic 1 or 2 in there. Although then again, like I say, I'm a new series fan, more a fan that got into the show with the new series first and foremost. So it's probably sort of only right, really, that my choices are kind of swayed more that way, in the same way that a lot of classic series fans will be swayed towards their Doctor Who and their eras and stuff, and the stuff they grew up with. So I'll have to think about that as to whether I kind of want to swap anything out there for like a classic series story, like Genesis probably. I mean, that's the highest one in my list here. And then City of Death, then Remembrance, then Revelation, and then Spearhead. Those are my 5. My 5 classic ones, I think. So interesting stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with that. You know, my own personal ranking would probably include a lot of stories that aren't here, that didn't make it through to the final round of the poll. So that's important to stress as well. This isn't like my complete ranking, my top 10, not top 10, or top 10, 20, whatever, 37 stories of Doctor Who full stop. No, that's not what this is. But it is my ranking according to this preference revealer of those stories that made it through. Which has been an interesting experiment, I think, yeah, to kind of see what I really think of these stories, quote unquote. But yeah, I mean, let me know in the comments below what your choices would be, or indeed if you have already voted, what your choices were for the final 5 to go through. I'll link the poll in the comments below, the description, wherever, so that you can cast your votes. I mean, the poll's open for like another month and a half, so you've got plenty of time to do it. But yeah, have your say. Vote for your favourite stories out of this lot, and it'll be interesting to see, you know, which ones make it through, which one is crowned the overall winner according to Doctor Who magazine readers. So yeah, make sure you have your say before the poll closes, and stay tuned to the channel for more instalments of the thing Miles and I have been doing, the kind of breakdown of the results. We've got to do one about the Capaldi and Whittaker results, which have just been released, and then we're doing like a massive breakdown of the whole thing, I imagine, when that gets announced as well. So very, very exciting stuff. Otherwise, if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. Please do subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this in the future. And otherwise, yeah, goodbye for now.